YouTubers. So this next video is on a couple exhaust fans up on the roof that are not working. This is actually my second time looking at it. I already identified which exhaust fans they were, and the reason I thought there was an issue was we had a stinky medical closet where they use this Neptune docking station after surgeries, and I don't want to get too much into soiled wastewater, but the room really stunk. So I flushed out the 2 floor drains that were in there until the water was clear, and looked into the ventilation. I upped the for the closet. It was sitting at like 110 CFM, which is like for a small bath fan in an apartment or something. So I increased that up to 250, start getting some ventilation in the room. There's also an exhaust fan, but it wasn't working it's not working at all. And that's why I need to take a look at this exhaust fan. All right, here we go. It's a bit noisy up here with the wind. All this equipment running. This is one of them. It is not rotating. There's no air moving. Like I said, ECM motor there. Basically what I'm going to do is one should be for control, the other one should be for power. I just want to make sure that there is power up here before I take the next steps. And want to get the make and model number off of this. So looks like US Motors. Take a look at that. And let's get down here. I'll just go around. All right, let me pull off those plugs and do some testing. Just been my luck lately. Every time I get on a roof, it's threatening to rain. Yeah, it's raining as soon as I turn the video on. Alright, let's try this again. Stop raining for a little bit. Or 15 volts it says. Yep, I got 120 right here. Hopefully you can see that. 120, maybe backlight, 120. So it has power. If you know anything about ECM motors in the industry lately, when they work, they're great, but the longevity just isn't there yet. Usually it's the module on top that's bad, not the motor. But I just wanted to verify I actually do have power here. Like I said, I found the breakers for them and they weren't tripped, and now I'm going to go ahead and source this ECM motor. I'd like to see one that's running, what the display looks like. So I got one right over here that is running. If that's an ECM motor, I want to take a look at that, see how it's what it has on the display, how it looks normally, because I don't know. Yeah, it downpoured here pretty good. It was loud in the building, on the roof, against the windows. Everything's dirty. This one will probably go next. These are only about 6 years old now. And I don't really see a display lit up or anything. I was just curious. I'm trying to figure that this little potentiometer here is how you adjust the speed. Yeah, it's dirty. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and source this. As long as I get the OEM motor, maybe even a rescue motor. Go ahead and change this out. Yeah, it was a renovation. That's why we got the steel up here to support some good size HVAC package units. Oh my gosh. I just made that hurdle. Alright, this guy here is for what we call a sub-sterile room. So this building has a surgical outpatient surgery center. And in between the two operating rooms is a sub-sterile room where they've put some surgical instruments in and put them in a sterilizer. There's hot steam and all that good stuff. It needs a lot of room air exchanges, and without the exhaust fan you don't get the room air exchanges. I have cooling going into the room, but right now the room's like 77 degrees, so I need to make things work correctly, otherwise you get fumes and smells and then you get complaints. Yeah, exactly the same thing. 120 volts. So they got power. We got some bad ECMs. I'm gonna again get the equipment tag off of it with a make and model number, just in case the day of the install is not the day you want to realize you don't have the right part. By the way, if we haven't met, my name is Tom and I'm a facilities maintenance mechanic for healthcare. Alrighty, let's get that info. For that sticker. Some fan action. Alright, like I said, I'll go online and source it. During that rain, I was able to get online already, and it looks like, yeah, there's OEM motors available. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the circuit breaker off to that exhaust fan SE. Tells me it's number 36. Panel 36. Turn it off. I'll go back up on the roof and we'll check voltage, make sure it's the right breaker. It's so bright out here I can't show you the display, but where I had 110 before with the power on, I now have no voltage. Down here is power to my motor. Pull off this wiring harness. Check for voltage. This is just a jumper. Showing me 90 millivolts. It's no power. Go ahead and disconnect my control wires. Disconnect my high voltage input. And it looks like I need a Allen key to remove the perfect speed module. So I go ahead and show you that the fan blade itself spins freely. Microprocessor board. Some dirt in there. Alright, so how do they hold this down? Is it just stuck, or is it glued down? Okay, I went ahead and took off the old module, put the new one on. I put it came with double back adhesive sticky tape, and so that's how it's mounted on here. I'm just going ahead and putting my wires back on like for like, because it's the OEM parts, it's the exact same thing, so the wiring should not be any different. If I was to get an error code after a startup, then I might think about, you know, there being a bad wire. There's not. This is where this goes. So this speed controller, you can put a remote potentiometer connection here that we don't have, so there'll be nothing on here. Go ahead and apply my low voltage to the 4-pin. Take all my junk out of here, and I'm going to go downstairs and flip the breaker on, and we'll see what the results are. As you can see here, there's no display, nothing's lit up. As you can see, I'm back in the electric room. I'm going to go ahead and flip the breaker on. Number 36. Pray that it holds. It's holding. Let's go up there and see if we have any fan rotation. Alright, what is the exhaust fan doing or not doing? It is not running. It does look like we got something on the display module, which is good. I do notice that the potentiometer is all the way down. Well, let me get a little thermostat screwdriver and turn that and see if we get some rotation. Because right now I can't tell if it's just windmilling or what's going on. Be right back. I wish it wasn't so bright out here so we can see the display better. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn up the potentiometer. If that blade fits. There we go. And there she goes. It's ramping up. That is a success. I guess I have to come up here at night to read this display. So it is really windy out here. So I had to move over. And the only place I get some wind protection is the fence here. And now we got a rooftop unit there, so I hope you can hear me. But this job is pretty much done. I just gotta close up, put the cap on the exhauster, and clean up my garbage and take my tools down. Now this is a repair that I've never done before. I was able to figure it out on my own. I do have some fundamental electrical training and experience, and same thing with fans, supply air fans, return air fans. You know, I've been around them for the last 20 years. So I just put everything together and had the courage to go forward and try it on my own to see if I could get it to work. What do I have to lose? Even if I fail, I would have learned something, but I didn't. And that part there, that speed controller, was only $55. So whatever it is, $55 plus my labor, maybe a day labor all together, but it's going to solve a lot of problems for me. This is an outpatient surgery center, and this is exactly air exhaust for 2 sub-sterile rooms. Each sub-sterile room is in between 2 operating rooms. And the operating rooms, not only do we control temperature and humidity, but also room pressure. And because I don't have this air exhausting, my room pressure was too high, and the door, when it closes for each operating room, would slam. So the next clip, I'm going to go in and read those pressure readings that I showed you earlier. We're supposed to be at 0.02 inches water column. Just a bit positive, but we're way positive. Sometimes 0.10 inches. Always seems to be at 0.6 or higher. I've even seen it at 0.15. And that much pressure on the side of the door when it shuts, boom. So let's go down and take those readings, and I'll also go on the BAS and we'll see if that alarm cleared for this exhaust fan. All right, I'm gonna put the lid on and get my tools out of here, and I'll see you down in the operating room. I'll be wearing a white sterile suit and a hairnet and booty covers. All right, walking up to the display for room pressure.
What are you coming
0.03. Taking a look at the ventilation.
Oh, okay. Feel free. Thank you. Michelle.
Now we're down closer to 0.02. And we're not over pressurized. There's 4 of these. I don't want to make this video too long. So now we'll go to the BAS and check it. Check operating 2. Again, 0.03. Nothing high like before, like 0.06 or 0.10. Okay, I brought up the BAS and I want you to take a look at the room pressures. So this is operating room 1, this is operating room 2. So in operating room 1, we got a temperature of 64.6, relative humidity of 46%, and the room pressure 0.02, which is the set point. Same thing over here, 0.02 inches, which is at the set point of 0.02. So the room pressures are much better, much lower. These, if you're looking right now, is negative. They have both doors open. They're basically cleaning the room between patients. So they hold open these doors, and you'll get those readings until they shut the doors again. So we're looking really good up here. I'm going to take you to the exhaust fan list. Like I said, I'm going to be very transparent. I don't know everything. I'm a facilities maintenance tech, not a BAS or HVAC control technician. Take a look at the building air exhaust. And we're going to look at that fan that we just worked on. Go to this page. It's right here. Oops. It was there. It'll do that sometimes. So this is the fan running. Shows my airflow, 750 CFM, suction normal. There's a sensor down here below the fan, and we're negative now, 0.17. I do have this status alarm on. I don't know what that's about, because it is running and the graphics show it running. We were just up there, it's running. I don't know if this is just, the alarm is because it's out of parameters, not enough, or suction, not enough CFM, or too much CFM. I'm really not sure. Later on I may adjust that and see if that goes away, but I might just wait till tomorrow, because I know for some reason there's a big time delay on these. If I go to the alarm log, I can see that exhaust fan when it came back. So here it is, that exhaust fan SE. Exhaust fan normal. That was yesterday and this is today, so it's showing an alarm. Exhaust fan status is off when commanded on, but I know it's running. So I will follow up later. I don't have the answers to that, but I know physically the fan is operating and my room pressures have settled down. So thank you for watching. Please comment below, hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, I'm back. I went back up there and adjusted that potentiometer. I actually turned it down and there was I still had that alarm going on. So what I did is increase the CFM. So let me show you. Again, here is the exhaust fan SE we were working on, and we no longer have an alarm. Everything's normal. It is perfect. So I think when I initially looked at it, after the very first time we looked at it, I think we were around 750. You can back up the video and see. So I increased it some, and now we're at a negative 0.22 in the ductwork. So evidently there's an alarm threshold. We have to be in a certain parameter, otherwise you get alarm, and then it needs to be checked out, see if there's a restriction or there's a problem with the motor or whatever. But this is all cleared up. I'm very happy to say. Because realistically, I just spoke to the HVAC tech, and nothing against him at all. Great guy, wonderful. We're actually good friends. I've known him for a long time. And he said he tried to get those controllers last year, and he was told that you have to buy a new motor, which is not the case, because I went online and I bought just the speed controller. So that's the end of my story. Again, I really appreciate you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.